It's Saturday, March 29th, and I am just now listening to Suicide Boys' Us Versus Them. Just that bass and that reverb definitely gives me Mobb Deep vibes. Listen to Quiet Storm, that's a good song if you haven't heard it. Let me school your children's, but if you haven't heard Quiet Storm, that is an amazing song. Wanted to say that I felt like Wu-Tang was something that I could kind of sort of hear, but if you really listen to Mobb Deep and then go back and listen to Wu-Tang Clan, this definitely gives me Mobb Deep 2024 vibes. But that bass is just so sinister. It's like that bass, if you really think about it, that's like the boogeyman. And then that piano, the anticipation, the buildup. It just dawned on me how Scrim's lyrics always come off as more of an autobiography, even though I feel like that's kind of exaggerating that. Whereas when Ruby steps in, he's talking about his life as well, but he always brings imagery to mind. Like, I don't know if that's just a thing with me, but when I hear songs that use a bunch of metaphors or reference like old sayings and whatnot, I picture all this stuff in my head. And that's what draws me in. Symbolism, if that makes any sense. I'm probably gonna go and binge listen to Mobb Deep after this. Yeah. Mind you, my thoughts race at like 1,000 miles per hour, so I'm still taking everything in, but when Scrim went, ooh la la, I thought about, ooh la la la, it's a natural law that the refugees bring. That's what I thought about. Don't make fun of me. Okay, I don't get paid to sing. Shit. This song right here gives me Yin Yang Tape vibes. I'm wondering if that's what we should expect with this new album. I'm curious, I mean, because I like the Yin Yang tapes. I mean, I like everything that they make, but I liked the Yin Yang tapes because it was different, it was hard. I felt like it was sinister. When the hell was that released? It's hard to keep up with some of this stuff because these guys are always dropping music. Time flies. 10 months ago? I feel like there are subgroups within the G59 following where people like more of the older sound or whatever, and then you have people who want to hear more of this abrasive, damn near evil. I enjoy the fact that they're talking more about where they came from and where they're at now. I think that's pretty cool, especially on Ruby's end, how he's talking about how he's had all and whatnot, and he could scrape some of them up. He's got scraps and how he could scrape them up. I think that's pretty cool. In his verse, it sounds like he's been fed. He's gotten to where he needs to be, not only with hoes, but you know, just with his life experience over the years. Something I do want to say, and this is a realization that I came to with Scrim dropping Lonely Boy album, is that this is the level of comfort that they need to be at with their fan base. No matter what they do, they're not going to make everyone happy. You tripped over the damn light, didn't you? Hold on. Mama's baby. Mwah! You know, we watched Scrim drop that Lonely Boy album and I loved it. It was just so complex, well-rounded. And we all remember how he was more or less clapping back at everyone who had something bad to say. And I think it's disgusting that people would sit here and make comments about, oh, hey, y'all sounded better when you were incoherent or not sober. Pretty fucked up to say that. And I think that it would be great if they just continued to move in the direction of this song, where they've been and where they're at. There's nothing wrong with that. These guys have been rapping for how long now? 15 is when they came around. So what? That makes 2025. I'm fucking old. 10 years. What do you expect? A lot of their fan base has aged a good 10 years. And so that means that they should be adults that have also grown up too. And the beauty of music doesn't only speak to the present tense, it speaks to the past tense, and it could speak to the future tense of someone's mind. People can go back and listen to the old music if they want to, but they should respect the fact that these guys have put themselves in a better place mentally. But yeah, there is a decent amount of people who listen to the Suicide Boys, whether they just came across them or they've been with them as A1 day ones who are in their late 20s and early 30s. You know, people grow up, but they'll always have like that handful of groups or artists who they'll always go back to. And I could sit here and I could say that because I still listen to all the 3 6 Mafia music that was released God knows when, but I listened to it on loop in high school, and it's on my playlist today. Bone Thugs and Harmony. When I had gotten into all that, I was a teenager. I listened to that every day. The Suicide Boys are someone else's 3 6 Mafia. They are someone else's Lil Wayne. They are someone else's Bone Thugs and Harmony. They're well established and they're financially secure, but I hope that that's not something that, you know, within the past 2 to 3 years made them feel uncomfortable with possibly stepping in a different direction, or just make them feel like they have to really be mindful about what they put out there. You know, stand on what you are. Stand on what you are and run with that, because that is you. That is you, and you are what these people with on day one. And whoever it is who wants to sit here and talk about, oh, y'all sounded better when y'all were nodding off, well, then them. From a woman's perspective, in the realm of music, artists are like men. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Go find someone else, but you're not going to replace Suicide Boys.